Hey guys, this is Red Silvers, and welcome back to Let's Play The Guardian Legend. Today we're heading into Area 8. And this is where I really started to get in trouble in the game. This is where it really started to hang me up as a kid. So maybe some of that's going to show through today. But right at the start here, we get Corridor 8, and I could open that right now. We could go in there, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, we're going to head in and farm for some items. Because we're just not ready to handle that corridor yet. That is what my childhood is telling me. I am ready to grab that full health because I want to be as full as I can. Right at the start here. Got our saber ready to go for a mini-boss. I want to hit him with my saber as much as I can here. Because you could fight him in a full-on fight where you run from him and try and take shots at him, but he just does so much damage and he's so fast. He's actually faster than you. So I find the kamikaze method is the best there. Defeating him gets us a red lander, and that means we now have a bigger spread for our shot. So there you go there. Here we get to see these guys as regular enemies. They got an upgrade. Or they got demoted, rather. Well, that's okay, we can still deal with them. Even if there's two of them. Here we're going to pick up some enemy erasers, because you gotta have enemy erasers. I know I keep saying that, and you're just like, Reg, you keep ranting about that, and it never comes into play. Although I do love this repeller. It just wrecks everything in these corridors. Or this labyrinth. We're going to go ahead and ignore that door for now, but we will hit it up later. And here we have another mini-boss fight. And yes, even though his blue cousins have been downgraded, he is still a boss. So we'll just let him run into the repeller weapon a bunch. And that way we can get some more enemy erasers for defeating him. And we'll come down here and pick up a blue lander. So now we have 19 units of health. Doing pretty good. And that lander, those two landers are the main reason that I really wanted to come down here before going into the corridor. But since we're here, we're going to go ahead and do 18 first. But we got one last item to pick up first. So we go in here. We get a new enemy, and he summons those little slimes, and he'll keep running in from the top of the screen and spawning more until you kill him. And he's guarding our laser weapon. The rest of the area here is just kind of empty. They just have that red wall to kind of troll you and make you have to learn your way around. Here we have Corridor 18. We're going to take it with a bit of a front-heavy difficulty right from the start here. Actually, why don't I show off our new laser for a bit here? Since it kills these projectiles, it's actually pretty helpful. Especially for that early area. Doesn't really deal with the bomb pods too well, but that's okay. What can you do? You can see it's kind of custom made for this area, actually. It's very useful. Usually I use the repeller for that opening section, so this is the first time I've really used the laser to go through that first barrage. I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the repeller now, though, because we're going to start getting some of those... Nope. I misaimed where that guy was going to be. But yeah, we get those blue pod guys. And then our little bit of a final meteor barrage. Then boss time. And here's where it gets difficult. Because we have, this boss is the Blue Grim Grin. And luckily, you don't have to worry about him with his projectiles. Now you can actually get up right on him with the side saber weapon. And just get right on the eyes there and stab him that way. And it'll do more damage than what I'm doing. And if I were trying to, like, speedrun this and I had the skill at that, I would go for it. Now you see we've popped his 4 outer eyes. And you're thinking, this is one of the harder bosses? This is tame. Let's get another good repeller shot in there. And just like that, he gets angry. And now he's spewing projectiles everywhere. And luckily, again, the laser helps with that, because it takes out those projectiles. So we can farm some pickups, and if we have to, we can switch to the enemy eraser. I do want to try and use the repeller a little bit, though. I've got those other options if I need to. But this is just wreaking havoc. You can just imagine this on an NES. I mean, you can see all the flicker I'm getting on this emulator. It's just brutal. And part of why I had such a hard time with this boss before is because I didn't know those little tricks, like using the laser, using the enemy erasers. Oh, I used to think that enemy erasers were useless against bosses because, oh, it doesn't do any damage to the boss itself. But you can see why it would be useful. So you're just going to have to keep your calm and take advantage of those tricks. And that's how you handle the Blue Grim Grin. And I do love the names of bosses in this game. Zib Zub and Grim Grin. And for defeating him, we will get the level 3 Fireball. And now it moves fast. So now that's everything we can farm in this area. And once again, now we're kind of locked now. We have to defeat the next corridor before we can do anything else. So we had kind of a nice window there where we had options. But those days are gone. But that's okay. I'm just relieved to be past that one Grim Grin. And here's that room we skipped before. And it's our save room. So we'll go ahead and do the no use and hit the button and get a terrible password. And let me tell you, I sure am glad that I am showing off these passwords because sometimes I have needed them myself. And it's so much easier when you've got it in a video and you can just look it up. So that is corridor 18 down. We're getting there, guys. We're getting closer and closer to the end of this. But until then, this has been Red Silvers. Have yourself a good night.